Good day, my name is Andrea Faye Monterana and I am from BSMT 3A, and I'm here to talk about the coagulation factors or procoagulation factors. Coagulation cascade is a pain to learn, even more so the coagulation factors that go along with it. However, there are many ways to keep these coagulation factors in memory through mnemonics. So remember this line. First person told cancer leads sickness. Another chap said protein high fat. So we have first F, person P, told T, cancer C, leads L, sickness S, another A, chap C, said S, protein P, high H, F, fat. Once again, it goes first person told cancer leads sickness. Another chap said protein high fat. So these specifically stand as factor 1, fibrinogen. So from the word fibrinogen, we have the word F. So from the word fibrinogen, we have the letter F, which stands as first in our mnemonic. It functions as a thrombin substrate. What that does is that it polymerizes to form fibrin. Next, we have factor 2, which has a common name of prothrombin. In our mnemonics, we have that as person from the word prothrombin, P, person. It functions as a serine protease. And so there are other factors that have the same function, so we'll have to delve with that later, and I'll have to skip over to factor 3. Next, we have factor 3, which is a tissue thromboplastin or tissue factor. So tissue starts with the letter T, told. We have that as told in our mnemonics. It has a function as a cofactor. Now what that does is that it is important for an enzyme's activity as a catalyst. Next, we have factor 4, which stands as calcium. And in our mnemonics, we have that as C, cancer. It functions as a mineral. Next, we have factor 5, which stands or has a name of labile factor, proaxelerin or proaxelerin. So from the word labile, L, that is named as leads in our mnemonics. It also has the same function, which is as factor 3, which is acting as a cofactor. Now for factor 6, it is to be exempted as it has no actual role in the blood coagulation. So we'll skip over to factor 7. For factor 7, it is named as stable factor or proconvertin. In our mnemonics, it stands as sickness. And it stands as sickness. And it also has a function of serine protease. Next, we have factor 8, which stands or has the name of antihemophilic factor A. And in our mnemonics, it stands as another. It also has the same function as cofactor. Factor 9, which is called Christmas factor, antihemophilic. For factor 9, we have the common name Christmas factor or antihemolytic factor B. So from our mnemonics, it stands as CHAP. So from the word Christmas, we also have CHAP with the 2 letters from the beginning of the word CH. And it also has a function of serine protease. Next, we have factor 10, Stewart power factor or antoprothrombin 3. From the word Stewart, which has the first letter S, in our mnemonics it is called as SED. It also has a function as a serine protease. Now we have factor 11, which has a common name of plasma thromboplastin antecedent, or has a abbreviation of PTA, and it functions as also a serine protease. And then we have factor 12, or otherwise called as Hageman factor or Hageman factor, however you want to call it, or glass or contact factor. So from the word Hageman or Hageman, we have the first letter H, which stands as high in our mnemonics. And it also has the serine protease as a function. Now, since factor 12 is the last factor to have this type of function, we'll further discuss what is serine protease. So what serine protease does is that it cleaves peptide bonds in proteins in which serine serves as the nucleophilic amino acid at the active site. What this means is that it becomes a functional side chain that makes up an amino acid. So among the factors, the ones that has serine protease as its function are factor 2, factor 7, factor 9, factor 10, factor 11, and factor 12. And last but not the least, we have factor 13, which has a common name of fibrin stabilizing factor or fibrinase. From the word fibrin, we have the word fat from its first letter F. And it has a function as a transglutaminase transaminase. What basically it means that it binds protein and catalyzes isopeptide bonds. Now, from the very beginning, let's start again with our mnemonic. First person told cancer leads sickness. Another chap said protein high fat. And that is all, and I hope this was really helpful in your memorizing the procoagulation factors. This has been Andrea Monterana from BSMT3A. Thank you for watching.